on this issue of force, I want to encourage people to be aware that Life Dynamics has had for many years, and we've used this many times. It works fantastically well. A form that crisis pregnancy centers are basically anybody, but mainly crisis pregnancy centers can use when they have a girl that's being forced. And we put out a video on this many years ago called Solutions for talking about how to help girls that are being forced, because these CPCs hear this every day,
right,
all over the country. And I want to encourage people to make sure their local CPCs are aware of this. And when you have a girl that's being forced, that you can either contact us or you can go online. We've put the form online. You can go online and download it and use it. And let me tell you, if you use it and you use it right, it works 100% of the time. We've never had it fail. So far, it's worked 100% of the time. And what it does is you put the abortion clinics on notice that this girl is saying she does not want to have this abortion. And if you perform an abortion on me, if I'm brought there and you perform an abortion on me, it will be against my will. And I may be accompanied by people who are forcing, or the people who are forcing me, I probably will be. And what this does is it puts them on notice and exposes them to all kinds of civil and sometimes criminal actions that might occur if they do the abortion after they've been given this notice that the person who's having it says, I'm not giving permission for it no matter what I tell you when I show up. And so if somebody wants to see that form, they can go on forceform.info. That's forceform.info. If you go on that site, you can download this. We've been using this for years. It works, and it will prevent these forced abortions.
Actually, Mark, I just used that last week with a little girl up in Iowa that her parents were wanting to force her to get an abortion. We got those forms, we got it in her hands, and I've yet to find out the outcome.
So to clarify, CPCs have a girl come in and she says, or a sidewalk counselor?
Sidewalk counselor, anybody.
And then she doesn't want the abortion, and so they put her name on the form and then they give it to all the abortion clinics in the area?
Right. They take this form, they fill it out, they get all the pertinent information on this girl, and her statement, she signs the statement saying, I'm not wanting this abortion, I'm not giving permission for it. If I'm brought there, you'll be doing an abortion on me against my will, and here are all the legal ramifications for doing that. In some states, you can even be charged with sexual assault for doing that. And so sometimes it's criminal. Usually it exposes them to a civil suit. And you send these to all the area abortion clinics, and they get this in the mail, in either a fax or an email, and you follow up, make sure they got it. You talk to somebody at the abortion clinic, make sure they got the form. They've been put on notice now. They are taking an enormous risk. If they do an abortion, this girl is brought to the facility and they do an abortion on her. Their legal exposure here is through the roof, and they know it. And their attorney's going to tell them that. So what we're doing is we're making this child more trouble than she's worth. They're going to get rid of her.
Right.
That's going to be the way they're going to handle that.
That's neat.
Anyway, we've been using it for years, and we've talked about it here before. We have a video out on it. Anybody wants a video can call and we'll send them one, especially if they're running a CPC or if they're sidewalk counselors.
Remember, the South Dakota study said that 65% of women are coerced into an abortion.
Right, exactly.
So it's very, very common.
Exactly, and again, on the NAF tapes that we talked about earlier, on the National Abortion Federation tapes, they talk on there about the percentage of women that are sitting out in the waiting room who don't want to be there, who are being forced, usually by some male, but very often by parents,